between the Indianapolis Colts and the Las Vegas Raiders. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were strong last week, CD, and they went over New England.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Raiders at 6-2 to start play. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a hole right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
But, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Oladokun. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Kalen Balazs, the ball carrier, brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 3rd down, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second down at 7. Oladokun off the play fake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Oladokun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to throw again here. Oladokun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 of the 4. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. To throw again on 2nd down. Oladokun being chased out left. And his throw here's incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. In motion comes the tight end left. Now Oladokun, 3rd and long. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards for number 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First and 10, Taylor now. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And he returns this to the 22.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone.
Touchdown, Indianapolis! Jonathan Taylor, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. In that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, it's Hawkins, and he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. White, he'll try the left side. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kalen Ballage in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Raiders 10.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 99 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
Ready?
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
49-yard line.
1st and 10. Here's Oladokun. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Oladokun. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kwity Paye. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
A gain of 37 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Running left, Taylor. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They run once more with Taylor. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 112 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a 1st down.
1st down, Colts.
Here's a give up the middle. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kalen Ballage with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
3 quarters have come and gone. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Oladokun to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. And Oladokun going to throw it here. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 41, Oladokun out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Looking to throw, Oladokun. Complete, it's Johnson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Zamir White with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 2. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Ryan. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45. Out. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Julian Blackmon bringing him down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? Rob has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run straight ahead here with White. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
White running to the left. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Oladokun. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Laughlin now to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Colts 28, Raiders 18.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe hand it off, let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
At the 28-yard line.
Opting to run again here with White. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. First down, here's White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Indianapolis, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll look...
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. Was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a 2, I paid it out the phone. Yeah. Tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, get them picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock them. Watch the dirty money with Oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a... Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody. I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, that meant a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a 2, I paid it out of phone.
Convoy, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you. is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free, that's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm to connect, my boy, off the top.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold, I don't work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, the mental lie. Whenever she calls, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two. I paid it out of full.
Your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, went instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clear view. Oh, look, I don't like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. You not my kind, I know kin to me. Heard you told my girl about all of them that's DMing me. Why they hogging up the recipe? Heard they talking like I can't let Ken Wallace get ahead of me. Know your heart full of jealousy. All that acting tough, damn, this must be a parody. Okay, 1-on-1 ain't no comparing me. Okay, wait, 2-on-2, that's like 4, they be sharing me. Okay, they working like the rent do. Rent got them doing, that's what I'm into. Yeah, if I'm in it, then I own it, not a rental. No, I've been fighting on the lamb and the Benz cool. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire.